Good afternoon to all the students who are joining the session for NEET 2026. So let me introduce myself. I am Prashant Mehta. Today I am taking you through NEET examination 2026 and the counseling process. If you have any questions, please raise your questions so that they can be addressed immediately. So let us come to the NEET examination 2026. This examination has already happened on last Saturday of the month, Sunday of the month, and the result will be expected within 1 month's time. Those who are not familiar with NEET examination, let me give you, it is an entrance test conducted at all India level for admissions to medical colleges, dental colleges, Ayush colleges, nursing and veterinary colleges across India. The NEET exam is taken after class 12th and it is based on the syllabus of class 11th and 12th of NCERT. The question paper is of 3 hours duration and it has 3 components: physics, chemistry and biology. Biology has 2 subjects, botany and zoology. In all, there are total of 180 questions to be solved. 4 marks are awarded for the correct question and 1 mark is deducted for the wrong answer. Biology forms about 90 questions in all, and there are 45 questions from chemistry and 45 questions from physics. Now let us come to how do we prepare for NEET. To be very precise, NEET exam is absolutely based on NCERT syllabus. Those people who, or those students who have a strong grip on NCERT syllabus, it becomes easy for them to crack NEET examination. Let us come to subject wise and understand how do we prepare for each component of NEET examination. First, let us look at biology. Now from biology, that means zoology and botany together, we get 90 questions. And I must tell you that if you read NCERT paragraph by paragraph, line by line and word by word, then it is easy for you to score almost full on full in biology, because in bio section all the questions which you get are basically drawn from NCERT. If you can look at in detail of the question papers of previous years, you will find that NCERT lines are taken up as question. So preparing NEET examination and preparing for scoring a good rank in NEET examination, one must put hard effort and hard work in preparing biology, because biology has 90 questions and they come directly from your NCERT book. They come from lines of NCERT book. I don't think that you need to prepare much outside the NCERT book as far as biology is concerned. Now let us come to chemistry. So chemistry is divided into 3 parts. Basically inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry and physical chemistry. In total you will get 45 questions. But to be very precise, and there is no major demarcation of how many questions will appear from physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry or organic chemistry. But the major important thrust in chemistry has to be placed on few important chapters, especially the chapters from thermodynamics, chemical bonding, periodic table, atomic structure, electrochemistry, and then S block and P block elements from inorganic chemistry, and then gases and thermodynamic laws from physical chemistry. In chemistry you get majorly 2 or 3 types of questions. Few questions are absolutely direct question. There can be no possibility of solving them. They are just direct and you can just answer them. The second questions are those which are reaction based questions. They mostly come from organic chemistry. It is also dependent on basically organic chemistry questions are also dependent on reaction mechanism. So it is important that you prepare well for that. and the physical chemistry questions are basically derived from numerical analysis. So in all, the chemistry section is not very tough to attempt, but you need very deep practice to score good marks in chemistry examination. Now let us come to physics. Physics also has 45 questions in all, and most of the important topics of physics are basically on electric current, magnetism, thermodynamics, laws of motion, and then some residual questions from gravitation and other chapters. Mind you, those who get very good ranks in NEET examination, they just get because they do perform well in physics. See, biology is common to all. Biology is very easy as a paper to solve, so people score very high on biology section. But those who get differentiated rank, means ranks in top 100, top 200, basically they score much better in physics. So in all, this is all about what is the NEET examination. Those of you who have appeared for NEET examination, they must have gone through the whole process of it. Those of you who are actually preparing for NEET examination, I would advise them to strictly stick to NCERT books, because NCERT course actually defines the entire question set of your NEET examination. Now let us come to the second part of NEET examination. After you will clear the NEET examination, the NEET examination will declare your result, and those of you who have actually scored good in NEET examination will get a merit certificate or the rank in this case. Now let me come to understanding the counselling process, because the counselling process is more critical than the examination. You can just say that counselling is so important for NEET exam that if you don't fill the right choices, you can end up getting a wrong college. So let me break down the counselling process for you in detail. Now in 2026, the total number of seats which are there for an MBBS course in India are about 1,29,000. Out of this, around 63,000 seats are government seats, and the remaining 64 and 60, between 64 and 65,000 seats are seats which are from deemed and private universities. Now the counselling process takes place for MBBS course, followed by BDS course, followed by Ayush course, then nursing courses, and then the courses in veterinary sciences. So you can say that entire medical courses which are offered in India undergo a counselling process. The counselling is conducted by MCC, and this will be conducted after your result is declared. So what is the process of, and why the NEET counselling is important? Remember, when MCC conducts NEET examination counselling process, it conducts for 15% of the total seats, 15% of the government seats, and the remaining 85% of the seats, the examination, the counselling process is conducted by the state governments. So when you will be going to counselling process, you will register on two sides. One is MCC for all India quota seats, which is called AIQ seats, and 85% of the seats you will be registering in a state counselling board. Second, the counselling will be conducted in 4 rounds. Basically, first round, round 2, sometimes it is called round 3 or mop-up round, and last is stray vacancy round. I will repeat it for you: round 1, round 2, mop-up or round 3, and stray vacancy round. Remember this, that the counselling in all India quota seats and state government seat goes hand in hand. That means first there will be all India quota counselling round 1, followed by state counselling round 1, then all India quota round 2, followed by state counselling round 2, then all India quota mop-up round, then state mop-up round, and then last stray vacancy round for all India quota and then state quota. So in all, you are basically getting 4 plus 4 attempts to actually participate in counseling. Now let us understand what does All India Quota means. There are certain institutions in India which come under the ambit of All India Quota. In fact, all the institutions contribute 15% of their total intake capacity to All India Quota. But there are certain universities and colleges which offers more than 15% of the seats to All India Quota. Number one, All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Now in the counseling, AIIMS contribute almost 100% seats to All India Quota. So there is no state level quota in AIIMS. This time the AIIMS, the total seats in AIIMS would be around 2257. There is an institute in South which is JIPMER, Jawaharlal Institute of Medical Education and Research. This also contributes about 243 seats to All India Quota. Then there is a Banaras Hindu University. It contributes about 100% seats to All India Quota. Then we also have Aligarh Muslim University. It also contributes certain seats to All India Quota. Jamia Millia Islamia contributes quota seats to BDS courses. And then about 15% of seats are also contributed in All India Quota by ESIC medical colleges. So in all, if we look at All India Quota, it includes all the seats which are of central institutes, and it also contains 15% of the seats for the state universities or state medical colleges. So total counseling seats roughly varies between 5,000 to 7,000 depending upon how many colleges are participating in All India Quota seats across the country. Now let us come to how do you actually go for registration process in the All India Quota counseling. MCC will declare the dates for registration on MCC NEET Counselling portal. The students are required to fill in the registration form on the MCC portal. On that portal also you will be asked to pay a non-refundable fee of rupees 1,000 and a refundable fee of rupees 10,000. That means in total you will have to pay a fees of 11,000 rupees, out of which 1,000 rupees is non-refundable and 10,000 is refundable. For SC/ST candidates, the fees is actually half. You pay a non-refundable fee of 500 and you pay a refundable fee of 5,000. Then second, MCC will also conduct counseling for deemed universities. In the case of deemed universities, the component of the fee, registration fee, which is non-refundable, is rupees 5,000 rupees, and the component of the fee which is basically refundable is 2 lakh rupees. Now if a student fills both the categories, that means he fills All India Quota seats for government and he also fills deemed universities, those are private universities, for counseling. In this case he has to deposit the higher fee. That means he has to deposit a non-refundable fee of 10,000 and a refundable fee of 2 lakh rupees. Now let us come to understanding of how the fees and the matrix will find. Once you have registered and paid the fees, the MCC counseling portal will open in front of you. As soon as you see the MCC portal opening in front of you, you will see the list of colleges mentioned there. Now the list of colleges means what? All those colleges which are contributing their seats into All India Counselling are listed in the category there. Please remember the most important thing to look for. Take an example. Suppose I am a student from Rajasthan and I actually select a All India Quota seat in a Rajasthan. So look at the bond conditions. Every state has a bond condition. Even All India Quota seats can have a bond, and therefore before filling the choices, please remember that you look at the bond conditions and then only select the appropriate colleges as per your requirement and choice. You can fill as many colleges as possible, but remember this also, that we should only fill those colleges where we want to go and take admission. We should not go and fill all colleges, because it can happen that in the first round, when the counselling process and seat allotments take place, you may be awarded a college which is in a remote location, and then you don't want to go. So, go through the colleges, identify the colleges where you want to apply, and then fill in the choices. Don't fill too many choices, because you have another round of counselling also. Now, once you fill in the choices will be locked by you. If you don't lock it, then on the cutoff date, there will be an auto lock of choices. Auto lock of choices means that your choices has been registered, and once the mock counselling will be done, you will be shown a tentative college which you are getting, and after that MCC will declare first round of counselling result. From the first round of counselling result, you will be either allotted a seat or you will not be allotted a seat, depending upon the seat matrix which was there, depending upon the choices which you have failed, depending upon your merit and other considerations, including reservations. Now, if you are allotted a seat, then you have two choices. You can report to the college where you have been allotted the seat and do the joining formalities. In case you do not want to continue with this seat, then you can leave this round 1 seat without forfeiture of your security deposit. That means you have a free exit. What I mean by free exit is that I can now take part in counselling round 2, surrendering my seat, and I don't have the security deposit which I have deposited will be refunded back to me. Now, if you take the join the college and you complete the joining formalities at the college, then you are assigned the seat, and you will not be carried forward for the second round of counselling. Those people who actually fill the upgrade are now taken for the second round of counselling. Those people who have already registered and participated in first round of counselling will again need to fill their college choices after in the second round, because in the first round the choices filled by you have been completely striked off. So, you have to refill the choices in the second round. Those people who have not registered by first round can register in second round and become part of the counselling process. Remember this, that the second round of the counselling is the most critical round of counselling. Only fill those colleges where you really want to go, because if the college is allotted to you, then you don't have a chance to be part of further rounds of counselling. Plus, you will have to report at the allotted college and complete the admission formalities. If you leave the counselling process, if you don't report to the counselling and you do not take up the seat, in that case you will be out of the counselling process for all times to come. Then you have to reappear for NEET next year. Clear? So, remember this, second round is the most critical round, because at this stage if you are allotted a seat, you will have to take a seat. If you do not take a seat, then you will not be considered for the next round, plus you will also lose your security deposit. So, the 10,000 which is a refundable deposit will be forfeited, and those who have given 2 lakh rupees will also be forfeited. Those who now, after second round of counselling, in the All India quota, there would be a mop-up round or a limited seats which are available. Sometimes it is also called as third round. The fresh people who have actually not applied or not allotted any seat in round 2 can now come in round 3 and take up the seat. They can become part of the counselling process. And once the result of the third round is declared, people who are allotted the seats in the medical colleges will now have to go and join the medical college. In the last, there is one stray vacancy round conducted through MCC or sometimes at the college level for very limited seats which are left open. People have not opted for the choice, they are available, and you can actually go and join those colleges. So, I think it is very much clear to you how the counselling rounds have gone. Round 1, you can join, but you also have a free exit. Round 2, you don't have a free exit, you lose a security money. Round 3, you can take part if you are not allotted any seat in the round 2, and then mop up round is the last round, stray vacancy round is the last round, where you can actually take up the seat if they are available. Now, parallelly to the All India Quota Counselling, after round 1 of All India Quota, you have a state counselling. That means you can apply for 85% of the seats which are available in state quota. These 85% of the seats which are available to you in state quota, you can apply in round number 1. The same process which appears to be followed in All India Quota appears to be followed in state counselling also. That means round 1, you can apply for state medical colleges. If you are allotted a seat, you can go and join it. If you don't want to join the allotted seat, you can participate in round 2 because you have an option of free exit. In round 2, again you have to fill the new choices. If you are again allotted the seat, then you cannot vacate that seat. That means you will have to join the seat. If you vacate the seat or you do not join the seat, then you are out of the counselling process. Those who are not allotted any seat in round number 2 can then go to round number 3. In round number 3, there are limited seats, which is also called as mop up round. You are allotted seats which are available across the medical colleges. And then last but not the least, you also have a stray vacancy round for very few residual seats which are left here and there, and students who have not been allotted any seats till now can become part of that. Please remember one important thing here, that both these sections, All India Quota counselling and state counselling, goes one by one. So round 1 All India Quota, then round 1 state quota, then round 2 All India Quota, then round 2 state quota, then mop up round or round 3 All India Quota, mop up round, and round 3 state quota, and then stray vacancy round All India Quota, and then stray vacancy round state quota. This is how the entire counselling process goes. For you to now decide which colleges to fill depends upon 2 or 3 criteria. One of the major criteria to check is that which are the best colleges, how they are ranked. So ranking decides your college priorities. Number 2, you will also have to check bonds, because every state has a bond. From the bonds can vary from 5 lakh to up to 1 crore rupees or more than that. So please remember, if you can't afford a bond, do not apply to state medical colleges of that state. And the most important criteria is the domicile criteria. In the state quota, if you are domicile of the state, only then you can apply for those seats which are there. You cannot apply, like if I am from Rajasthan and I am domicile of Rajasthan, then I cannot apply to state quota of UP or say Maharashtra or say Gujarat or say Delhi. But in All India Quota, I may be domicile of Rajasthan, but in All India Quota seats, it is open for all. That is the distinction which you should actually remember. Now let us come to one more important thing, that how does it work? What will be the main documents which will be required by the MCC and the college to give you admission? So first is the allotment letter. After counselling, if you are allotted a seat, you have to take a printout of the allotment letter issued by MCC. Then you also need a copy of your NEET admit card. Third, you also need a NEET scorecard or a rank letter given by NEET examination committee which has conducted the examination. Then you need a class 10th ka mark sheet. This is important because it carries a date of birth, and you also need a class 12th mark sheet. Then you need ID proof. It can be Aadhaar card, it can be PAN card, driving license, passport. You are required to bring 8 passport size photographs at the time of admission in the college. You also need provisional allotment letter. This provisional allotment letter is issued by MCC. In case you have a benefit of reservation, you need to bring in caste certificate. In case you are physically disabled, then you need to bring PWD certificate, and in case of state counseling, you also need to bring in domicile certificate. So those of you who do not have these certificates, domicile certificate, caste certificate or PWD certificate, please get them made before you have come for counseling. I must repeat it again for your convenience. What are the documents required for admission to a medical college? So the first admission document which you require to bring is NEET admit card. Second, you want to bring NEET rank letter. Third, class 10th mark sheet and certificate. Class 12th mark sheet and certificate. You need to bring one ID proof. You also need to have 8 passport size photographs. You also need to have provisional allotment letter of seat from MCC. You also need to have PWD certificate if you are eligible in that quota. You need to have a caste certificate if you are eligible in reservation quota, and you also need to have domicile certificate, especially important in case of you seeking admission in state universities and state medical colleges. Those of you who are NRI or OCI candidates, that means people who are trying to take admission in NRI quota, you need to have a passport copy of yourself and the passport copy of the person who is sponsoring your seat. You also need to have a sponsorship affidavit. Along with the affidavit, you need to have a relationship affidavit. These are the 3 documents which are required when you are applying to private and deemed medical colleges across the country. If you have any questions, now I can take your questions one by one. That can actually help us understand what the NEET is all about. Any questions? So I can read one question which is that sir, drop किए बिना NEET crack कर सकते हैं? NEET is not very difficult exam to crack. It becomes difficult exam to crack when you are not well prepared for the exam itself. It depends on many factors. If you are regular student or in class 11th and 12th along with the school, you can very easily crack NEET if you follow a very systematic timetable. So yes, you don't have to take a drop to clear the NEET. I must tell you that if you are allotted a seat, please take the seat. Next year there is no certainty because rules change, seat metrics change, and even if you take a drop, what is the guarantee that next time you will clear the exam? So drop, only take it in that case when you are very sure that you want to go in medical, and you are also sure that this time you are not been allotted any seat, there was no admission offered to you by any college, and therefore you have no option but to take a drop. Otherwise, please don't think of taking a drop. Try to work hard towards the career, towards the outcome of the exam, and try to secure a seat. That is very, very important. So don't think of drop until you are not allotted a seat and you have no other choice but to take a drop. I can also see some more example. Class 12th के साथ NEET को कैसे manage करते हैं? Now this is very important. See, there are 2 models of education in India. Institutes like LN etc. are now running their courses along with schools. So either you can join that school which offers you preparation for NEET. If you are in a CBSE school and you are taking classes separately at some coaching institute, then yes, time management becomes more important, but it is not tough. Why it is not tough? Because what you are reading for CBSE class 11th and class 12th is the same course which appears in NEET examination. The only thing is that you have to appropriately plan your schedule. If you can plan your schedule very effectively, then you can take class 12th and NEET preparation together. People who cannot manage time very effectively will face a problem in this. If your goal is very clear that I want to clear the NEET examination, you are focused, just work hard on a systematic timetable and you will achieve that result. I just don't understand 591 में पंजाब जनरल में कितने chances हैं? आई कैन नॉट से यू कि 591 आपकी रैंक है या क्या है, बट आप ये श्योर रहिए कि जनरल कैटेगरी के अंदर अगर हम AIQ कोटा में आना चाहते हैं तो हमारी रैंक बिलो 3000, बिलो 3500 होना चाहिए। और अगर हम स्टेट कोटा की बात करते हैं तो इट डिपेंड्स कि आपका स्टेट रैंक क्या है। इट इज़ नॉट अबाउट द ओवरऑल रैंक, व्हाट इज़ योर स्टेट रैंक। इफ़ यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट कि आपका स्टेट रैंक क्या है, तो आपको पता लग जाएगा कि आपको वहाँ पे एडमिशन मिल सकता है या नहीं। सो पंजाब के अंदर आपको सबसे पहले ये चेक करना पड़ेगा कि आपकी स्टेट रैंक क्या है, अगर आपको स्टेट कोटा की 85% सीट्स में एडमिशन लेना है तो। सर 555 में जनरल गवर्नमेंट BDS पॉसिबल है? मैं आपको ऑल इंडिया कोटा के अंदर तो नहीं बोल सकता हूँ, लेकिन स्टेट कोटा के अंदर देर इज़ अ पॉसिबिलिटी। अब ये डिपेंड करता है कि आप कौन सी स्टेट में हैं। अगर आप कर्नाटका तमिलनाडु से हैं तो वहाँ पे डेंटल की ज़्यादा सीट्स हैं एज़ कम्पेयर टू राजस्थान। राजस्थान में गवर्नमेंट का अभी तक एक ही डेंटल कॉलेज है, तो ये वेरी करता है क्वेश्चन, लेकिन देर आर चांसेस कि अगर आप ऑल इंडिया कोटा के थ्रू जा रहे हैं तो आपको इस रैंक के ऊपर डेंटल कॉलेज मिल सकता है। एक क्वेश्चन आया, सर सेल्फ स्टडी बेटर है या कोचिंग? ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी है आंसर करने के लिए। अगर मैं आपकी जगह होता तो मैं सेल्फ स्टडी को ज़्यादा वेटेज देता, लेकिन क्योंकि आज कंपटीशन के अंदर हम सरवाइव करना है, तो हम ये चाहते हैं कि हमारे पास एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड पाथवे हो, और वो स्ट्रक्चर्ड पाथवे जो है वो आपको कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं। द ओनली थिंग विच यू शुड एक्चुअली मॉनिटर हियर इज दैट don't go by what everything is taught at coaching. First look at NCERT in detail and then complement your coaching with NCERT, because your questions will be drawn from NCERT, not from the coaching material. कोचिंग में बहुत सारा एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ाया जाता है, तो बेटर है कि जब आप पढ़ें, आप चाहे कोचिंग से पढ़ें या सेल्फ स्टडी करें, फोकस ऑन NCERT. दिस इज माई take on you. It is very important to focus on NCERT. Any more questions? Any more questions? एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ मैं आपको और बता देता हूँ। हम लोग चाहे कोचिंग करें या सेल्फ स्टडी करें, ज़्यादातर हमने स्टूडेंट्स को देखा है कि वो पढ़ाई तो बहुत करते हैं, लेकिन वो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं करते हैं। नीट एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हैं या आप IIT का एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हैं या कोई भी और कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम दे रहे हैं, दे आर ऑल MCQ बेस्ड क्वेश्चन पेपर्स। द मोर क्वेश्चंस यू विल सॉल्व, द मोर क्लियर यू विल बी इन योर कॉन्सेप्ट्स। हमारा टारगेट ये होना चाहिए कि हमें एक अपना मिस्टेक रजिस्टर बनाना चाहिए। What I mean by mistake register is every question which I solve as a wrong question, I must write it in my register, and I must write that what I thought was wrong resulted into a wrong answer, and then I must write the reason what should I have thought that the answer should have been correct. The moment you start making this mistake register, आपको खुद को ये लगेगा कि over a period of time for the 2 years of preparation, you have actually curtailed your mistakes to a great extent. See, the question which I solve correctly today, I will solve correctly tomorrow also. But the question which I have not solved correctly today, I may repeat the same mistake again tomorrow. So for better conceptual clarity, what we want is that you should have a mistake register in your hand. Make 3 registers, one for biology, one for physics, one for chemistry. Every question which you do wrong, please write it down. In fact, after 2 years, it will become your revision material, because these are the questions which you can again falter. And also, this will give you ample of time to revise the concepts related to these questions and therefore take out your mistakes so that you don't repeat it in future. So this is very important for students to crack NEET examination. Analyze your mistakes. Don't let these mistakes repeat. The more you do questions, the better you score in. Clear? Sir, if I get into BDS, then can I prepare for NEET along with college? I have studied everything. I just need practice. I think you are little confused here. If you have already taken a BDS course, why do you need to prepare for NEET? It's not that you just need practice to crack the exam. But remember, by the time the exam will happen, you have already completed 1 year of your BDS. Then to leave BDS and come back and join a medical college, if you get admission right in next 1 year, then I don't think that seems to be a feasible option. Either you don't join it, or if you join it, then don't leave it. That's my take. Our goal of what we want to do has to be clear. You cannot have two goals. I can do BDS and then I prepare for NEET. Please be focused. Do anything, but do it what you want to really do. वेस्ट बंगाल गर्ल्स में 643 है. आई डोंट थिंक वेस्ट बंगाल गर्ल्स के अंदर 643 है तो आपको एडमिशन एम्स में मिल जाएगा. आपको एम्स का एग्ज़ाम क्लियर करना पड़ेगा, जो नीट काउंसलिंग के प्रोसेस के थ्रू आपको एम्स में आना पड़ेगा. एंड क्योंकि वो ऑल इंडिया कोटा के अंदर आता है तो यू हैव टू बी वेरी हाई ऑन मेरिट टू गेट इनटू एम्स. सो प्लीज़ रिमेंबर, एम्स का जो कोटा है स्टेट टू स्टेट वेरी करता है. एवरी एम्स हैज़ अबाउट 150 सीट्स. दिल्ली एम्स के अंदर 7 सीट्स एडिशनल हैं फॉर फॉरेन नेशनल्स. अदरवाइज देर आर 150 सीट्स and some newer AIIMS have less than 50 and about 100 seats. So in all you will have about 2,275 seats in 20 AIIMS altogether. So for getting into AIIMS you need to be very high on merit. To getting into all India quota top medical colleges across the country, you have to come in very high merit. Therefore फोकस ऑन वन थिंग, सेल्फ स्टडी. एक टारगेट बनाइए और उसको अप्रोच कीजिए एक सिस्टमेटिक प्रोसेस से. नीट एग्जाम आपका टारगेट है, उसको अप्रोच करने के लिए आपके पास 2 years हैं प्रिपरेशन के लिए. अप्रोच इट इन अ सिस्टमेटिक वे. ओके, यू नीड अ रेगुलर प्रिपरेशन. यू डोंट नीड अ प्रिपरेशन विच इज़ लाइक 2 months पढ़ लिया एंड वी वांट टू गो एंड गिव द नीट एग्जाम. नो नो नो. You need a systematic procedural preparation throughout the year of class 11th and class 12th. And you need to solve many questions, objective type questions, before you can appear for NEET. The more you solve the questions, better are your chances to crack the NEET and crack it with a better rank. So this is the mantra from my side. Questions, questions and questions. They are very important to crack the NEET examination. Any more questions from your side? Anything which you want to know? Anything what you have not understood? No more questions. Should we close or should we wait for you to respond? Thank you very much for patiently listening to me and understanding what is NEET examination and what is the counseling process. Have a good day and thank you very much. कैसा रिकॉर्ड हुआ भगवान जाने. बोल तो मैंने पूरा बता दिया इनको सिस्टम. हट जाऊँ सर मैं?